Now, James Corden of Gavin and Stacey fame has spoken about the teasing he experienced as a schoolboy because his middle name is Kimberly. Don't laugh, that's mean. He said, literally every man in my family has it. It is a tradition. For ages I pretended it was Carl, but my sister was going out with one of my mates and told him, and then he told the whole school. Shame on you, sister, for giving the game away. So teasing, it is something that happens to most of us at school, isn't it? But is it something, do you think, stays with you? Do you remember being teased or names you got called, and does it go right through into your adult life?
Well, you know, the worst thing for me was being teased was at PE time. Do you remember PE time at school? And those blue knickers. And having to, blue knickers, a little vest, and then having to, and thinking that you're going to go out onto a field and play sports. But the worst thing is then coming back and having to see that shower turn on. It makes me go cold now to think that you had to take clothes off in front of people.
Were you very shy?
You're making it sound like you were in Psycho.
I know, but it wasn't. Because I haven't got Colleen's assets, and I didn't have them then. I had nothing, and all the other girls had got bras, and I hadn't got a bra. I know, I've got a Liberty bodice.
Liberty bodice, do you remember?
Did they take the mick out of you for that?
Well, yeah,
I mean,
but
did they
also
tease
because
you?
I did get sort of a bit dramatic about it,
No.
which is unlike me at all. But I mean, I used to write notes myself and say, you know, Sherry's been sick all night or been in a train accident, but so I was there.
Your childhood school.
Yes.
Has that affected you, Sherry, in all your life now? Are you still body conscious? And...
Do you know, when I was thinking about it the other day, I thought, well, I wonder if that's made me body conscious, because it was awful, and the teachers would say, just get your clothes off and get out on that field, and I used to go, oh, please God, something, let the school blow up. And it was honestly, and they used to make you see, then it wasn't, you had no excuse.
Did you
apart
get teased
from being
at
sick
school,
on the floor,
Colleen?
which I did.
I got teased actually at school about my name.
Did you?
At primary school, yeah, because I went to primary school in Blackpool, and Colleen is a very Irish name, and just nobody, absolutely nobody I knew had ever heard of it or had that name. So every time I said my name, they'd go, well, it's a boy's name, Colin. So I used to get called Colin.
Ha, ha, ha.
Which, you know, now is ridiculous, and it doesn't bother me now. And also people pronounce it wrong, they always say clean. So it used to be clean, and it's gone, no, not really. I stink, actually. So it doesn't bother me now, but I remember when I was younger, it really, really used to embarrass me and really bothered me. And when anyone I didn't know asked me my name, I used to go, oh, yeah, Tracy. Or Tracy or Joanne, or just an absolute normal name, and I was always a hairdresser.
And did you
when I was older,
did you notice
when I was a teenager? Because the fact that they thought I had a boy's name, and then they go, what you do? And I'd go, I sing with my family. So I go, my name's Tracy, I'm a hairdresser.
Did you notice it more with boys? Would you be embarrassed to tell boys your name? So they go, Colin? Ooh.
Yeah, boys, especially boys I fancied, because if they went Colin, I'd feel such an idiot.
Yeah.
But then when I got older and obviously a bit more mature, I liked the fact that it was different. But I was really aware then, and that's why I get angry when pop stars or whatever call their kids by ridiculous names, because kids haven't changed that much. If you go to school with a ridiculous name, you're going to get teased. And I remember that all through my school life.
Well, when I called
so
Keely, because that's Irish,
yeah.
Well, the first name I was going to call was Lark. And everybody went, oh, everybody will tease her.
I'm so pleased you didn't.
Oh, really? But it's a Victorian name, or Tallulah. Well,
Tallullah's all right.
Tallullah's quite
Tallullah's my
trendy
friend's
now,
name. I quite like Tallulah.
Yeah, but don't you like Lark?
I hate to be called Lark or Tallulah.
Yeah.
You got to think when you're older, so what's your name? You know what? At 45, Tallulah.
I quite like that.
Frank Zappa on that.
There's no one in the audience called Lark.
I certainly didn't get called Tallulah. I got called Wingnut. Wingnut. Look, Wingnut, look.
Oh, yeah,
and they go, call a taxi. Call a taxi, the doors are open, all that. That's just, and that was just my best friends.
And
but I got
affected by that?
No, I'm not affected at all.
You are? Well, because I've never seen you with your hair on.
No, I am quite self-conscious about it. I've got the Langsford lugs, as I call it, because my dad's got them, all the Langsford men, and then I got them. My sister got my mum's little lovely shell-likes. And I'm already thinking about the wedding. How am I going to wear my hair? I'd like to wear it up. But, you know, I go, oh, I'm a bit self-conscious about them. And it's one of those things, people go, they don't stick out. And I go, they do look, and then people go, oh yeah, oh yeah, I see what you mean. Like you all did.
We all went.
And then our esteemed editor, when we were leaving the meeting, she went, come on, wingnut. I went, you see? That's what happens. I tell you something, and then you tease me.
I think there's a difference, isn't there? I think, anyway, between... I mean, proper full-on bullying, which is abhorrent, and sort of teasing. But even in light-hearted ways, it can sort of stay with you. I always feel really blessed that I never had any proper bullying, because if I hear bullying stories or see it, I just can't. It really affects me. So protective as we all of our children. So I didn't really have anything horrible. My grandfather's firm were in confectionery, so they used to call me truly scrumptious when I was at school. So that was all right.
Yeah.
But then my sister and I had these brown anoraks, and they used to sort of say, oh, here come toffee anoraks and everything. But my main thing was that for some reason my mother obviously clearly wanted a boy. And I mean, I'm sort of joking, but I do feel that before I was 11, I was a boy. And if you see the photographic evidence, you can relate to this a little bit. My mother, honestly, for some reason, did just put that basin on it and cut it around it. And boyish features. And I was called Denise, so people thought I was called Dennis, like Dennis and Colin, you know, like... And honestly, I would go to Crossroad. My mum would send me to McConville's and McAvoy's. They shop at the end of the road, and they had to watch for me to come across the road and everything. And every single day, someone used to go, "Do you want to be hand across the road, sonny?" All the time. And I can remember going to Zone 22 disco behind the ice rink at Whitley Bay. And my mother suggested that I wore this blue shirt with like a cravat with this ridiculous hair. And people go to me, "Are you a lad or a lass?" I was going, "I'm a lass."
What you could do for your wedding is make a feature of your ears and have Eamon and Ruth.
Yes. the light up.
The light up.
The light up. Yes, I think that's a good idea.
Good idea.
So from Colin and Dennis here and the rest of us, that's the end of that one. Not that I'm going to tease you about it at all, girls. OK, we're taking...